record. We're starting One Piece Treasure Cruise Kizuna Clash stream. Going to be running through the Kizuna Clash versus Kid to super evolve him. I want to give a shout out before we start to 0810 underscore Hotoshi on Twitter. Japanese Treasure Cruise player. They always post teams for events. We're using the teams that they made for the Kizuna Clash. Tweaked a little bit. I changed up a character on one team and switched around the supports. So we'll go over them. These teams are great. They work with or without a Yasop Ben Beckman friend captain. They require you to have neither of the new units. So just keep that in mind. So it gives you some flexibility there. If you're not using a Yasop and Ben Beckman friend captain, you can use any friend captain. I'm just using double Luffy and Bonnie. So for this team here, this is the one where I swapped one of the characters out. I replaced Nami Karina with Emmett. So if you don't have Emmett, you can use Nami Karina. Nami Karina and Emmett, they're both only there just to remove the resilience on the final stage. Emmett will give you more damage though, just because there is intimidation that will remove Nami's attack buff. And with Emmett, you can get access to another territory. You'll get that like tap time bonus. He'll buff your orb buff that you'll be carrying in that stage. Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. My stuff's right there. Back up. Yes, I know, for the millionth time, my tattoo smells funny in the ink. Back up, back up. Thank you. That's why while my hand tattoo is still healing, I had to write like the specials out on like a paper and stuff because I can't have the iPad because I don't want to like get like the lotion that I have on it. But either way, we'll go ahead and jump in now. So we'll go ahead and show off how this is. I'm gonna check my boosted list. Obviously, if there's a guest, Usopp and Yasop, we'll take them. Or not Usopp and Yasop. Damn. Yasop and Ben Beckman. If there's not, then there is. Okay, cool. I was about to say, if there's not, like, if there's just one that was on our friends list, we would save it to use it for the regular battles, so we can get more tickets. But either way, we'll jump in now, because you get more tickets in the doing your battles than you do for assist. But we'll go ahead and do this assist for our alliance member. Actually, I just realized if I run... No, I do still get their EX Super. Wow. Oh, because Robin, Koala. Yeah, I was only looking at Koala there. Yeah, and Emmett counts towards Luffy's EX. I was looking at like, wait, what? So, we do need a little bit of cooldown on Emmett. We don't get specials reversed on this one. I wonder... No, we shouldn't... No, we shouldn't have to because of the cooldown from Kuma twice plus Robin and Koala. So we're good to go. Now, until you're on the final stage, you want to tap with Emmett first, because he's not cerebral, and a lot of I think almost all the buffs we have are focused on primarily just cerebral units. So for this one, you want to go ahead and swap Vivi, swap to Vivi, activate their special. That'll go ahead and give you an orb buff to carry on into the next stage and remove the special bind. Super switch Robin Koala here, so you can get the color affinity. That'll let us get color affinity on the next stage too, which we'll be able to double stack with Kuma, which doesn't matter unless you have like unless you have Yasop and Ben Beckman, just because otherwise the team doesn't have color affinity. I think you might be able to start with Robin instead of Koala, but I didn't know for the cooldown. So either way, we'll worry about that like later if we need to. The damage was like totally fine. Like I didn't have anything to worry about there. Again, tap with Emmett first. And then obviously we would have got Super Tandem boost from both Emmett and Kuma if we needed it. That's another reason why Emmett gives you more damage than Nami Karina, is he'll also give you Super Tandem boost. So there's damage limiter. We can only do 80% of Kid's health. So just keep that in mind. So you want to use Kuma first here. And then you want to use Bonnie. Then you want to use Emmett. So the reason why you want to use Emmett next is because he'll change his orb to Tandem, and Tandem orbs are counted as badly matching. But if you wait and use him before, or you use Luffy and Bonnie's EX, you can change that to a recovery orb, and then it'll count as matching again. So just like this, and using Luffy and Bonnie's EX changes Emmett's powerhouse class to a cerebral class. Don't know what Usopp and Yasopp does off the top of my head. They give a 3-turn attack buff. We can go ahead and trigger that then. Because of the intimidation's not there now, but it will be later, where it'll take 1 turn off of your attack buff. So obviously, like, if they have an attack buff of 3 turns, you can go ahead and just use it now then. And it'll still be there. You don't need to tap any further. And we're good to go. And I see Usopp and Yasopp also changes it to a strength orb. Either way, super easy. So yeah, I'm not too worried about the damage. If we need to, like, maybe put Robin there instead of Koala, so we're like swapping into her, maybe we can do that, but I think the damage is going to be pretty good through the length of the event. I don't think there's going to be like much to worry about. So that's versus the Quick team. This is versus the Dex team. Similar team. It would be essentially like the exact same team. If, you know, we were running Nami Karina on the other one. But for this one, instead of running Vivi and Rebecca, we're running Frankie, just because Frankie gives us this great damage reduction of 85%, because there is a death hit. Karina gives us threshold damage reduction, but once you get to 31 plus, Kid gets intimidation to remove defensive effects. And he removes that, he removes turns from threshold. So you would need either like a 2-turn threshold, or I think it's only 1 turn he removes, but that's why we're going with Frankie, because he gives that great like damage reduction. Karina's still there to remove the defense up. I might be able to like swap her for like a different defense up remover if I wanted. I'd have to like look and see like who I'd want to like interject in the team, if anybody, because we don't get color affinity with Nami Karina because we're swapping into Karina, and she is only there for the defense removal, so I might swap her out for someone who does like defense down through immunity, or someone else. Or another cerebral unit that removes 6 turns of defense down. Just because I am not a Nami fan, y'all know that. So if I can swap her out for someone else, I definitely will. We might check that before we do this fight again. So there are the mobs on this stage. If you leave any of them alive, if you leave any of the mobs alive, they will Shit, what am I trying to say, chat? If you leave any of the mobs alive, I'm like mad drawing a blank here. They give you, God, what is it called? Like, slot bind? I did use... To make this stage easier before, I used my friend captain ability here. Yeah, whatever, I'll just go ahead and use it again. Yeah, I think it's slot bind. I'm not like 100% sure. I obviously add that Atlas support there for when I don't have them as a friend captain. Since they're there, it's better to use them first since they give that attack buff. And that lets you avoid like this bad attack buff you get from Kid. But even with that bad attack buff, it doesn't matter because like we generate so much damage anyway. So similar here, you just want to go ahead and use Kuma, Luffy, and Bonnie. This will help like recharge Frankie's special also, so he's good to go. Because Rob and Koala got the other characters back. Yeah, now we want to use their EX and special. And now Frankie for the damage reduction. And then the 6 turns defense up. Okay, cool. So now we can go ahead and easily take out Kid. Here comes the death hit. Again, we have that big damage reduction from Frankie. Right now, we still have the threshold from Karina, but once it gets to level 31, that's gonna go away and stuff. Because of the intimidation, it'll remove it. I actually want to look and see like what other like cerebral characters could I possibly get there instead. Because I'm pretty sure I already meet the requirements for Luffy and Bonnie's EX. So let me just check and see real quick. You might be able to get a better character. What are we trying to do? Reduce enemy status effect. Actually, let's see if we can like find anyone who'll do defense down through immunity. And filter by cerebral real quick. Law sets enemies defense to 0. If you have an orb buff, he only gives a striker attack buff. Yeah, he's like striker only, even though he's cerebral. Wait, what does his rush do? Oh, never. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the law's like solo striker focused anyway. There's an option of these 2 Shanks. Let's see. Sets completely removes defense down immunity, which doesn't matter. Sets defense to 0, ignoring it. Sets the chain multiplier to 1.5 like a chain lock? That can't be right. That's gotta be like... I've like never used this Shanks. Weird. Yeah, I've never used this fucking Shanks. We wouldn't get his Super Tandem because it's requiring like 3. Let's check the other Shanks. That was not the one I thought it was. Okay. Let's instead, let's check like removing turns of it. Reduce defense up. Vivi Rebecca again. They wouldn't get color affinity though. Zoro removes defense up. I know he's only free spirit, he's not cerebral. But we can get the increased damage taken from him though. And we would get a chain boundary Zoro. Yeah, I think we should go Zoro. The increased damage taken comes reverse its effect, right? Trippin', how's he do increased damage taken? There it is. Okay, yeah, I was like, what? And then we get his rush also. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take Zoro instead. He's not cerebral, but that's like way too good, the shit we're getting from him. Let me just see who's getting cooldowns here. Fighter, shooter, cerebral. He's boosted though, so special charge time reduced by 15. So yeah, Zoro's good to go. So we'll go with him instead of Nami Karina. But y'all saw was like to use Nami and Karina there. Add Mihawk there for some big damage. Cool. Okay. There you go. We made that team like even better. Hey B, thank you for stopping by. I hope I didn't miss your comment there while I was like editing my team. I don't know if you're still there or not. I just saw it like there, but thank you for stopping by. I was trying to like figure out that like there. I didn't even see it. Sorry about that. I do apologize for that. Give me some more of this tea. I definitely need this pomegranate blueberry tea this morning, chat, because I need a little bit of caffeine. I have no coffee in there. Okay. Set that down. Alright, let's jump back in it. Actually, I need a different napkin. Here we go. I have another one so I can like my nose, like dab my hands from like grabbing the bottle and stuff. You got junk in your eye, Haley. So we saw from like before, we don't have to stall for Emmett. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, B. I really appreciate that. Like I said, hope I didn't miss your comment there while I was like looking, trying to figure out like my team and stuff, who we could swap in there. So for this one, it was who? Vivi Rebecca, and then Robin Koala. Unfortunately, can't use Robin Koala first. I say that because I think their orb buff is more. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, theirs just allows for 2 buffs, but Robin Koala's is better. Alright, go ahead and easily take out Killer. And on Kid, we go Kuma, Bonnie, bless you, Haley. Emmett. Alright, Emmett again. Kuma. Let's go ahead and use Usopp and Yasop first so we can get that strength slot on Emmett. To then change it to the recovery one so it's matching. Alright, now we're good to go. Easy, easy, easy. So obviously for this one, and y'all see in a minute when we have to take one without Yasop and Ben Beckman, you want to use your second Luffy and Bonnie on the second burst turn. For the fight versus Dex, you want to use the friend Captain Luffy and Bonnie on turn 2 just to give you like more damage for clearing like all the mobs and stuff like that. Of course, anytime we can take a Yasop and Ben Beckman, we definitely are. So for this one though, we need to remember to use them before Robin and Koala. I can't believe I'm like tired like this, chat. Zora's versus gauge doesn't get charged, but that's no big deal. Oh, Zora made everyone's slots tandem because of like the order of operations for him and Kuma's abilities. I wonder if that's going to be an issue or if I need to like remove them. We'll check when we get back to it. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. Yeah, it's like now we lose our rainbow orbs. Huh. Guess we'll see how that works in a minute. Kuma again. Okay, Luffy and Bonnie. Then that makes Zoro cerebral, which is perfect. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even realize that he changed slashers also. Frankie gives us a full board tandem. Okay, so now rush with Zoro. Gotta remember to be careful with Zoro's rush, but there we didn't have Nami and Karina's what's it called? Threshold, and we didn't take like hardly any damage thanks to Frankie, so no, I guess we're gonna be fine with like the rush. I just need to check to see like the orb situation in that fight. So that was the Dex fight. Yeah, tandem slots will be reduced. So let's switch these two. That should fix it. Actually, just to be like safe, let's swap these two. Just because those are the two where it's like backwards. And I'll put like Kuma there, so that way like I'm used to like activating Kuma from like there. It will help our alliance members. We'll have to see if that fixed it when we get a chance. Because we'll have to do this support or this assist one first, then another quick one on our own, and then we'll get like back to Dex so we can see. I could have done that other Dex fight, but it wasn't an alliance member, and obviously like I want to prioritize helping like my alliance. Okay, so we use... Yeah, this is the order we're going in. It's funny, like I was getting confused because the Yasov and Ben Beckman are confusing me, because when I test these teams earlier, before the stream, I was testing them with double Luffy Bonnie. Alright, so we know the order we need to like launch these in though, at least. Because wherever Kuma is doesn't matter. It's not like one of those specials where it's like does like one's for this certain spot, and if character's in this spot, it's not like that. Like it is to the degree of like for where your captain is and stuff like that, like, or whoever your captain is, they always hit the cooldown, but so does Kuma. It's not like other characters where it's like if this character is here or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying? Or like how captain shift characters are, like swap this one out with like the bottom right character. Stuff like that. Still can't believe how good, like, just how, like, good, well-made, like, great, like, Luffy, Bonnie, and Kuma, like, work together, like, insane, like, chemistry between these two characters. Sorry for, like, yawning there, chat. Yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead and send the friend request, so it'll make it easier, potentially, if they accept it, to clear this in the long run. I still got a few more. Exhaust the ones that we have available to us from our friends list. And then I'll possibly restart the game once we like empty a list, see if there's any others available after that. And if not, then while we're streaming, we'll just I'll go with like doubling the Luffy and Bonnies. Yeah, y'all heard me like yawning like that. Like I said, I am really fucking tired. So I had to get that like caffeine. I am freaking beat. Sorry guys. Y'all know me, y'all know I've been like going non-freaking stop. With shit I gotta do with like work and everything, like all that kind of stuff. But like after this stream, I gotta like work pretty much the rest of the day. I'm just gonna like cut on the basketball games and just get to it. Okay, I cannot quit yawning right now. I cannot believe I'm this exhausted, guys. Like, I'm really sorry. Hopefully, like, the caffeine in that tea will, like, help me. Once I, like, really start get going. And once I start working and doing, like, my physical therapy exercises for the day, hopefully I'll get, like, some blood flowing and stuff. Y'all know I usually am tired when we do the Treasure Cruise streams, since we do them like earlier in the day versus like all my other streams are at night, just because of like with my hip and back problems, like it takes me like so long to get going in the morning. I know a lot of people will say like, oh, they're not like a morning person and stuff like that. No, I really am not, because of my chronic hip and back issues. They had me feeling like so like sluggish and stuff in the morning, like right before starting the stream, like my back was just killing me, and it was literally just because like it was the start of the day where it always is like the worst part of the day and always is like hurting, but it was just it was worse because it was like I had to set up the stream and stuff. So believe it or not, I think that really drained me, like setting up the camera, setting up the mic, getting everything set up on the computer. Just really sapped like my energy reserves. Yeah, this was the team we were using. Now let's see if this fixed the problem with Zoro and Kuma. It did. Okay, so now we have the rainbow slots. Wonder if we could get Zora's versus effect, because we have like all these enemies to like tap through, and his versus gauge goes down, we consume rainbow slots, right? Pretty sure. Trying to like check and see. Yeah. So I wonder if we can get that to go. Check like the order of my like specials there. Because he like gives cooldown to his versus gauge with his special. I know that. So we might be able to, now that we have them in like the right order. Make sure I activate these right. It's so awesome that like Zoro gets made like cerebral by their special. Yeah, that actually does get his versus gauge ready. Nice. Dope. Easy enough. We got an Aurora gem for it. I used my free rare recruit today on the part where the Usopp and Yasop banner. Damn it, I gotta quit saying Usopp and Yasop. Yasop and Ben Beckman. Okay, now I can show y'all what it's like this way. Actually, wait, I was gonna do like a reset first. Alright, give me a second. Yeah, anyway, so I tried using it on their banner just to see if I could get them. Give me a second. Okay. Excuse me, chat. Sorry, that's why I was trying to like catch my breath there. My throat like hurts like really bad today. I don't know why. I think it's because like the pollen and stuff. That also might be why I'm like tired, because I feel a little like groggy too, a little stuffed up. So I tried using my free like rare recruit on Usopp Yasop's banner. See like, oh, if I get them, but I did on part 1 because I also want like additional copies of the incredible Robin and Crocodile Kizuna Clash Legend. And I saw a red poster and I was like, oh man, like this is gonna be great. Like what if it's like one of those two or whatever? And it was fucking Dex Vegapunk. I was like, yeah, that's not what I was hoping for. Not even like fucking slightly. Alright, back to Kizuna Clash. Now let's see if that got us any more Yasop and Ben Beckman friend captains. If not, then we'll just try and beat it regularly. Yeah, this is who we were trying to take. Right? Yeah, because this is the one Vivian and Rebecca leading. I had to make sure because the teams are like so similar except for those like 2 like changes, so I was like, wait, this was the right one, right? Alright, so this one, yeah, this is the one we use Yasop, then Beckman on the final stage. I actually like this Yasop Ben Beckman legend a lot. I know a lot of people do. They're good. Like I like them. Like there's literally no complaints I could have about them. I think they're a good legend. The only downside to them, and it's not in their kit, it's just that they're a Kizuna legend, so it's just harder to get a hold of them, less chances to. That's literally like the only negative I see about the character. And obviously, hopefully that means we'll get a strength Shanks for New Year's to pair them together, which I'm sure we will. And not because like we don't have a strength Shanks in the game that I'm like, oh, we'll definitely be getting one. No, I'm sure we will because this is the countdown to one, and their strength, but like what other red-haired pirates are strength that they can like really synergize with right now, save for like Christmas Uta. You know what I mean? But I haven't even looked at like Christmas Uta's like kit in like forever. I don't even know if she's cerebral or shooter, so Kumo is nice. Wait, actually, this was I forgot about that. I mean, I guess order of specials don't really matter in the grand scheme of things as long as you use this EX after using Emmett and Usopp and Yasop and make sure you can get the recovery orb. But other than that, I guess like in the grand scheme, like the other specials don't matter. Okay, so now how many runs have we done already? I feel like we're like getting through this pretty quick. Six, but we're doing like a good bit of assist, I would say. I feel like we've done a good bit anyway. We have enough tickets for 18 more runs, funny enough. Tickets are like tokens, whichever. So we'll show what this looks like with a double Luffy Bonnie. So yeah, the two Luffy and Bonnies will both charge Zoro's versus Gauge more, if I'm not mistaken. Just filling it even more, like why not? Okay, so now y'all can see what I was saying to do on this stage. So you do Robin Koala first, that removes the barrier. With the Atlas support, now you can get an attack buff in addition to your orb and color affinity. And then once you use your friend captain, Luffy and Bonnie on this one, you can also use their EX. Just makes it like super easy to clear. And if you type in the right order, you get Super Tandem. But y'all saw like I typed in like whatever order because our damage was fine. So yeah, we have the bad attack buff, but at the end of the day, it's not even going to matter. Kuma was the first one used, right? Yeah. That's right, because we had to remove the special bind. Where am I at now? Just these two. Yeah, but there's no like specific order they need to be used in, so that's fine. You just need to use Zoro's verses afterwards so that we can buff the increased damage taken. Easy, 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 easy. We have way more than enough life to be able to survive the death hit with Frankie's damage reduction. Alright, we'll go help our alliance member here. I'd rather save that Usopp and Yasop and Ben Beckman, damn, for like full tickets. We'll just use Luffy and Bonnie here for this. Okay. And just in case, like, I don't remember if we showed this fight with like 2 Luffy and Bonnies. I'll show you like when you use the other Luffy and Bonnie special for this way. So everything's like normal on the first turn. You basically use everyone but your friend captain, Luffy and Bonnie. So that way you can use them on the following turn to get a conditional buff again. To get a conditional buff again, turn Emmett back into Cerebral, and also so that you can get the chain multiplicative one. Why didn't we get that tap time one? Oh, you have to have a chain lock to get it. I got you. Okay. Didn't realize you needed a chain lock to get that, but it's no big deal. We still get more damage with him than we would with Navi Korea because of the Super Tandem boost. Because of the Super Tandem boost, he increases the orb buff, and he gives you, what am I trying to say, chat? Another territory, which the other territory, like, that does add up. Nice. Take this guest one then. Haley, your dad's very tired. Very, 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 very tired for some reason. It's funny, I had like some protein too before the stream. I had some like tuna and stuff beforehand, so I don't know why I feel like so like weak right now. It's not like even that I feel like tired, it's like, yeah, it's like I kind of feel like weak, guys. Maybe it might be my allergies just like whittling down like my immune system and stuff. I don't know, but I do not feel good, guys. So thank you to everyone who has, you know, tuned in or does catch us on the YouTube. I greatly appreciate it because, yeah, I'm feeling like funny. I don't know why. No, I'm trying to remember. I was like, when did we use the attack buff on this one? But no, I gotta remember now. Alright, so now we just gotta use Kuma a second time. Luffy Bonnie. And then we're good to go. This Robin Koala character, I love this unit. They're so underrated. And I say that like everybody knows they're good now, but like when they first like released, they're very, 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 very underrated, very overlooked. Just like well, not just like how Robin and Jinbei was, because people were not interested in Robin and Jinbei when they first were announced. That character just aged just so freaking well. Just such a great like utility like character. That's perfectly timed. So now it just like ended. Yeah, just trying to get as much of those like rainbow slots consumed. And I say that because like of course they're locked, so they're not like actually being consumed, but as much as we could now before going to the next stage and stuff, just to make sure like we can buff our increased damage taken with the versus effect once we get to the final stage. Yeah, I think we're gonna get like debuffed here. Yeah. It's still early on. I think we can like beat it. That was my fault. My fault because I didn't use I didn't attack in the right order like I should have. And that means we lose not just the Super Tam, but we lose Zoro's Rush. Oh no, we didn't lose his Rush. Okay. I thought his I thought his Rush was dependent on us having like a specific slot. Yeah. Okay. See, we just obliterated Kid still. Okay. Let's skip here. I see your eye open, Haley. I see you're not really sleeping. Now she closed it. I guess you're just like nestling in, just getting like comfy and shit. I still don't know what we're going to stream tomorrow night yet, but I'll figure it out. I just don't know if don't know if it's going to be Guilty Gear or Monster Hunter. I will play Alice's Ashes some more. Just keep advancing the story from like where we left off and stuff like that. So I guess it really could be anybody's guess what we play tomorrow. As long as I'm like still like able to stream and stuff, but I don't foresee that changing unless like I have like really bad problems with my back tomorrow throughout the day, but barring that happening, Now we want to use Yasok. There we go. Okay. I feel good, guys. I really hope I'm not getting sick. That would absolutely suck. Obviously, if it's that I'm getting like sick, we might not be streaming tomorrow in general. For that being the reason. I just hope that's not the case. Hopefully it's just a mixture of, because it's earlier in the day, that's when I have the most like trouble, and like allergies or something. Very nice, 10 done. Yeah. This thing we want. Oh shit, I didn't mean to like hit my knuckle. Just make sure I didn't like accidentally like peel any of my like tattoo when I did that. I don't think so. After the stream I need to go like clean it and put more lotion back on it. Although after the stream I might just go ahead and like take a shower, see if that wakes me up. Alright, Robin Koala. Atlas, support. Lucy Bonnie. Alright, let's try to attack in the right order. Yeah, that's what we need to do, is we need to start with like Luffy first, so that we can make sure we get like a super tandem going. Kuma first. Alright, now we're good to go. I was gonna say, I forgot the rush, but it didn't even matter. Like, it didn't even matter that Frankie wasn't cerebral. Let's check our missions first. That's not what I was trying to check. I meant to see the Chopper Man missions. So we gotta go back home to see them. Clear it 30 times and do 10 assists. Well, we'll probably get that done by the end of the quest anyway, but why not? Why it's here? Because we don't have any of the skulls and stuff yet, so we need the tickets. Might as well go ahead and like grab some when we can. Dude, is this like tea made with like caffeine or fucking like melatonin? My god, dude. I feel like I'm getting like more tired, guys. What the hell? Funny enough. I forgot to get Zoro's like thing charged, but we'll see if it like still works out in the end. Either way, a little bit of increased damage taken. It's not going to make a huge difference right now, so early on. And it won't make a huge difference until like way later. Alright, lesson learned. This time, start with Luffy and Bonnie. We can ensure that we're killing everything. My Luffy and Bonnie's Super Tandem and my Kuma's Super Potato Boost are not back, by the way. I think they're both on level 3. Kuma might be on 4. I'm not 100%. Kind of interested. Yeah, they're on level 3. And that's just a friend captain. And won't let me see the Super Tandem boost there, but I think it would like we looked at active power, stuff like that, but I'm not too worried about. Like I said, I think they're both on 3. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter for this Kizuna because this isn't a super boss, so it's not like you're going to see really a difference in that regards of your damage output. Unless you're going to like really high levels of just this regular Kizuna. Okay, so now once we get back here, just give me a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break. Just like stretch my legs. And maybe grab me like a quick like a bite or something. See if I can get a little more energy. See if I can get like a string cheese or something in there. Like real quick, just give me like a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Thank you for your patience, guys. Had to like go just stretch my legs for a little bit. Just cause like I said, of like feeling like groggy and shit like that, so just had to like stop, kind of like recalibrate, did one of my physical therapy exercises, like stretches like real quick, and now we're good to go. Just get some tea real quick, and now I'm sitting right down. Dude, what's up with this lid? There we go. Alright, what were we doing, chat? Yeah, we don't need to charge Zoro for this one. That's the other fight. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, wait, do I need to like get as many as whatever? My concentration is just damn near like non-existent anymore, guys, because of the stuff I got going on. It's just so draining just every day, man. It's just very, 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 very taxing and like very draining on me. So yeah, my concentration is just like non-existent. Kuma, Bonnie, Bennett, Yasop, then Beckman. And then we go Kuma and Bonnie again. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, I don't foresee me changing my teams at all over the course of this event. These ones are just much too strong. So we already got 213 or 230, I mean, tickets, so that's good. feel like this is one of the more like easier Kizuna Clashes we've ever got, or at least in like recent memory. I'm sure like back in the day they were probably like easier. Like I just can't remember it because like it's a monthly event. We get a Kizuna Clash every month, so I'm sure like when they were first there they were easier. But I remember when Kizuna Clash first premiered, like first started in Treasure Cruise, it was one of the more difficult contents to do. That was back we had like chaos arenas or coliseums, whichever they were called. So I know there was both arenas and coliseums. I just can't remember which was which. But I know one would have that like chaos difficulty. When we used to get that stuff. We used to get like more free-to-play characters. I am looking forward to the duel game mode. I don't know why like they have it as like co-op, like in the name and stuff. That I don't get, because it's a duel, like it's like still individually like ranked and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't get why it's specifically co-op duel. Why it's just not like duel, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess they only did it that way just to tie it to like co-op captains and stuff like that. So sure, because you know what, honestly it saves it to be like one less thing like you would have to like quote unquote max on a character. Because now it's like leveling up that character as like a co-op captain. They get buffs for duel and buffs for regular co-op without there needing to be like a new upgrade tree or stuff like that, or new, God forbid, new upgrade materials and stuff like that. Alright, so we'll get Kid to 14 clears that we've done. Keep stretching. Try to like keep this like blood flowing just through like the into the stream. Not gonna like stop it early like we unfortunately had to do earlier this week with playing Sword Art Online the first day that we played it. So what's today? Wednesday. On Monday when we did that. Thankfully, like last night's stream though, we didn't have to. It was a long stream. It was a lot of fun. Like we got like a lot of progress in SAO, which I felt like made up for a little bit for having to stop the prior one like early. This way I at least want to get to the 2-hour mark like I always try to do for Treasure Cruise. 2-hour mark on my recording, so another like at least 31 minutes. I don't want to say his name, but looking at the other cat just laying on his tower. They're both so sweet. If I say his name, he'll like jump down or think he's been done. Alright. Emmett here. Now Kuma again. Luffy and Bonnie. Wonder if anybody's running a team with in Mizoro, since there's a damage limiter. I haven't seen any on like social media like at all, on like Twitter and stuff like that. From the OPTC community, I don't know if somebody is, but I haven't seen a team for him. I bring attention to that because that's usually like the go-to for a Kizuna that has the damage limiter. I hate this like debuff for Kizuna so much. I don't like it in Treasure Map either. I think it's fine for like a blitz battle or shit if we ever get another arena. I think it's good for like stuff like that. I hate it in Kizuna. I hate it in Treasure Map. More so, I feel like I hate this more than I hate like a revive from the enemy. And I feel like it's not even close, honestly. That's versus kids, the quick one. Let me see what gets cooldown on this one. Strength and Dex, yeah. Mizoro's quick, right? I feel like it's been a while since I used them. Let me fix my like character sorting. Yeah, he's quick. I was about to say, I know mine's like level 150, but it's been a while since I've gotten to use him. Yeah, so maybe not then, since he's not getting any like cooldown. Maybe nobody is using him. That's why I haven't seen any teams for him. Didn't somebody else like recently like get like a something that like did something with damage limiter? Was it these two? No, it doesn't look like it. Somebody, I felt like here not too long ago, got some kind of ability where it let you do more, like a percentage more than what the damage limiter was, unless like I'm crazy. I have no memory of who it was. But I feel like that was a thing. I feel like I'm not making that up. I hope not. Watch that either like have not happened at all, or that was not a recent character at all. That was something like a long time ago. Some of the comments be like, yeah, it was in Mizoro. First of all, I didn't mean that long ago, and that's who we were talking about. You alright? Yeah, she's alright. She's just dreaming. Like, why is she like smacking her gums and stuff and stirring? She's just dreaming. Got Zoro like killed. I was like, oh shit, I meant tab with like Luffy there. But no, we didn't have anything to worry about. I was worried. I was like, is that gonna like do enough damage? But I was like, either way, we'll go into Luffy next. We'll have like there's enough characters for you to have like one extra tab. That's what messed us up that one time was we ran out of that. Oh, I did Kuma in the wrong order, but it's fine. So we're not going to get the double stacking conditional buff, but it'll be fine. See what I mean? Yeah, it'll definitely be fine. Alright, so now I left my chapstick in the other room. I hope I get like real like woken up later to work. At least I do like the bare minimum of my work. But it's like shit, if I'm like starting to get sick or whatever, I need to apparently do as much as I can in case God forbid it gets worse. How I'm feeling. And then like I can't work at all. But I gotta get like woken up first with how tired I am and my concentration. There's no way I could work right now. I don't wanna like fuck up my like work, my job and stuff like that, so I have to like get woke up and stuff like beforehand. What the hell was that noise out there? Did someone just like hit another car? That's what it sounded like outside. It sounded like somebody like just backed into like, I think someone might have. It sounded like that like crunching of like the like plastic like bodies of the car like crumpling in and stuff like that. It sounds like straight up like someone just straight up just backed into somebody's like fucking car and like crumpled their like fender. I was like, what the fuck? It was so like, I don't think like the microphone picked it up being over here, but it was so loud over here, like where the window is beside me. The parking lot's like down there. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Thankfully, like my car's like not like right there, so like that's why I don't need to like get up and look. But damn, that sucks. I mean, it sounded just like it. Thank God. I was like, did I use Kuma in the wrong order again? Yeah, I was like, there's no fucking way, right? Let's see you stretch him. I know my Emmett's Super Tandem Boost is only level 1. Because I only got that like 1 copy for like free and stuff with some Rainbow Tavern medals on the banner he was on. I was like, well, I'll take that because I didn't try to pull for him since he was just a normal legend and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll get him whenever I get him. Can you stop smacking your gum? Jeez. Just fucking snoozing good. Maybe that's why I'm so tired, chat. Maybe because I'm like seeing this cat without like a fucking care in the world, and then the other one's like behind the camera on his like cat tower, also like out cold, no care in the fucking world. He's snoring loud as hell, but I don't think the microphone's picking it up. Well, it might be them making me tired. I might be absorbing their energy. Yeah, this one I was trying to like some rainbow slots. I'm laughing because apparently I was in critical need of coffee and I just don't have any. Like, damn, apparently I should have got a fucking delivery. I'm out of coffee, but I wanted to wait until later in the week to get my groceries. So I could like give it time for me to like use and eat whatever I have just in there, eat and drink what I have in there. So when I get groceries, I could get the most out of my money, like restock up on stuff I'm out of. And also have a better like understanding what I actually need versus what I have. Because I'm sure like any of y'all that like buy your own grocery stuff like that, like y'all know like you can get in a loop of like getting groceries when you're like out of like a few things, even though you have like a ton of stuff in there. And it's like you're not just replacing what you ate, you're also getting new stuff, so it pushes so much other stuff like back, and you just don't want to like waste the food or money. So I'm like, let me actually like eat the food that I have here and try and get like my groceries Friday or Saturday at the latest. That would be the day that I would order them. I'm like, let me try and like actually eat the food that I have here, because it'll go further for my like budget and stuff like that. Because I won't be like just wasting money buying food I don't need when I have food. But no, clearly the like need for the fucking coffee. Apparently that's real. I think I have like 1, maybe 2 coffees in there that I was gonna have like for my special, like on Saturdays when I have my like anime block and stuff like that. But if I'm gonna be like waiting to get my groceries to get my like regular like coffee that I have like breakfast some days a week and stuff like that, which is just like carton like iced coffee and stuff like that. I might need to fucking get that sooner rather than later, chat. My fucking god. It's okay. I'm right here. I'm right here. She's twitching her sleep. She didn't like jump all the way up like she did. That was last night on stream, I think, right? Where she was sleeping beside me. She just jumped the fuck up like, where am I? Where am I? Like, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, whoa, 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 did you have a bad dream? She's doing like some little herky jerky movements right now in her sleep, but not to that degree when she jumped the fuck up like that last night. I'm also so damn like out of it and exhausted every fucking day, chat. I swore today was Thursday, so I was like, oh cool, that delivery's gonna be here today. Then I saw where it was, and I know like the time like around when they go out for delivery, and it wasn't. And I was like, well, I don't think that's gonna be here today. I guess that's gonna be here tomorrow. And I was like, wait, tomorrow is Thursday, and that's what the expected delivery is. I was like, no, it will be here tomorrow. It's just I have my dates like fucked up. I was like so confident that today was like Thursday and stuff like that. Shit, all my days they all fucking run together now. And not even like all my days, all my weeks, like they just run the fuck together now. It's whatever. I don't want to be like, y'all know me, I try not to be like negative and stuff on stream. I try and keep that stuff like separate. God, this rate, I'm gonna have to like probably take a fucking nap before like I work. If I'm this fucking tired. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. That was not what I was trying to do. That's okay. That's okay. We still have Luffy and Bonnie. We can get the conditional buff on the revive. Was not paying attention to the order I was using those specials. There we go. Not the revive, y'all know, in the second burst turn. But yeah, we're still able to get the delay buff and the chain multiplicative buff still. No assist. We're up to 300 tickets now, which is good. God, you got crap in your eye, Haley. like try and charge Zora some. Not that I think we need like to charge him so much because we have this turn here, plus his like special and stuff. But why not? It doesn't hurt. It's good practice. Just to have that like repetition and knowledge of the character. Probably goes without saying, chat, but by the way, on these teams, the ship doesn't matter. You can take whatever ship you want. I just took the whale shark ship just because, but you can use any. It doesn't. It's not needed for any like debuff removal or stuff like that. So. I just realized I didn't preface saying that earlier, so I just wanted to let you guys know. Yeah, Kuma, Bonnie. Kuma again. Bonnie again. Yeah, I ain't messing up that order again. For either team. Okay. Rush first. What, we have 5 more runs we can do? Yeah, we'll probably get those cleared then before we end the stream, which would be great. I would love to be able to like get through like all the runs that like I can do now. Oops, didn't even do that. It's the right team, right? Yeah, okay. Want to make sure I didn't like swap it like too far. Yeah, if we could get through all the runs that we have to do beforehand, that'd be great. This stretching hang, we don't need to worry. Yeah, we don't have to charge like in any Zora. It's funny, where I am in the anime, I just saw the episode where Emmett like fell into the ocean. So far behind on the manga now. I haven't read any manga in so fucking long. I just haven't had like time. I haven't had the time to like read, and I just haven't felt like wanting to read. You know what I mean, chat? I don't know, it's like when like bad stuff is going on. Sometimes you just lose like all your motivation and stuff like that. So I just haven't like just felt like I wanted to read ever like anytime recently. So I'm like not just really far behind on One Piece now on like all the stuff that I'm reading. If I ever get like around to reading or feel like I want to read, even if it's like I just want to like right then or whatever, the first thing I'm fucking reading is like Blue Exorcist, so I need to like want to see like, which that I probably haven't missed much of because of it only being like a monthly series. I don't even know like if there's like a break still going on in Blue Exorcist or what. I will say like this, like the last time I read manga was probably over 2 months ago. So I know that can definitely put you behind in like One Piece and like stuff like that and other monthly series and stuff. Wish y'all could hear how loud he's snoring over there on his cat tower. It's loud, but it's not loud enough to catch on the mic. And my mic has like some filters on it and stuff like that for like outside like noise reduction, like stuff like that. So you probably won't hear it because of that. But he's over there fucking snoozing, chat. You got a fucking care in the fucking world. Yeah, I hear how loud. You know, it's funny sounding too. I was like, who do we use here? Alright. How many we have left after this? Like, what, 3? 2 or 3? Alright. Alright, so let's see how many more we gotta do. Three more. Alright. We can do these three. And then we'll end the stream. We just got to 2 hours on like the recording, but since we're so close to finishing all our available runs that we can do, we'll finish these three first. I can hang in there for that. Hungry right now, chat. I don't even know why. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely do some like maintenance and like refueling and stuff before I go into work. Make sure I can like actually do work to the best of my abilities. Bless you, Haley. I heard you sneeze. It was a little one, but I heard it. Who am I trying to use? You look ridiculous, Haley. Try and do like a little bounce and act like that. As long as you know you look ridiculous. Alright, set target status. I heard that. It's just somebody outside here. They ain't coming in here. What's up? You did good. You actually cleaned your face. I'm impressed, Taylor. You had that crap in your eye. You actually got rid of it. Good girl. I'm actually impressed. Yeah, that's how you got rid of it. Usually, I have to come like clean your face with like a wet paper towel. But no, you did really good. Alright, 2 to go. Alright, so we need to use them first this time. So, I feel like Every time she moves, I have to like watch her out of the corner of my eye. Just make sure like she doesn't like knock this stuff over, or God forbid like come over here and start like trying to mess with my tattoo. Touch and go there. I didn't know Frankie was on KO. Probably from her like bathing, like kicking up hair in there. Alright, just Zora and Frankie, we're good to go. Alright, last one. Versus Quick. We won't get the friend captain, that's fine. Damn, they had a Super Tame level 5 on there. Let me like stretch some. Alright, killer. Okay. Final stage. So even though we didn't get to past level 31, these teams, they do work past level 31, by the way, just to let y'all know. Because I double checked like all the gimmicks and everything that changes, and everything still works good with these teams. Shit, I used Kuma in the wrong order again, but that's fine. That's fine because we don't need the double stacking conditional buff because we don't have a way to inflict increased damage taken anyway with this team, so it's no biggie. We didn't get the right order there. As long as like we still have a Luffy and Bonnie that we can use on the final stage to get the delay conditional buff and the chain multiplicative buff, and make Emmett cerebral again. That's all that matters. Alrighty. Just stretch there, see how many tickets we got. I'm not gonna go like cash them in or anything right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and like wrap up and stuff so I can like figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do to like try and like get moving and stuff. Just under 400 tickets, not bad. Not bad. We got our alliance into S rank doing all that runs and assist. So we will go ahead and stop the stream there. Thank y'all so much for stopping by, hanging out while we did these Kizuna Clash runs. Let me switch over to chatting real quick just so I can once again give a shout out to the Japanese OPTC community member on Twitter at 0810_Hutoshi, HUTOSHI. They post teams for every like event and treasure cruise. Super good teams. These aren't the exact ones that they posted. I did make those slight tweaks to them and mentioned how like they had the team set up originally. So feel free to go support them, give them a like, let them know like their teams work good. I'm glad like we were able to leverage them, make a little bit of changes, like swapping in Zoro and Emmett there, just for some better damage once it gets like into higher levels and stuff like that. But that being said, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I will catch y'all tomorrow night for either Guilty Gear or Monster Hunter Rise. I'll let y'all know on social media what it'll be. It just depends also. A big part of it, I really want to play Guilty Gear Season 2 to check it out. I wanted to last week when it launched, but with, like I said, with the stuff I have going on in my life, it's kind of hard to play a fighting game when you're like stressed out and like depressed and stuff like that. Versus like Monster Hunter for me is like very calming, very comforting, just really enjoying that game. It's just really resonating with me to like provide me like peace, so to speak. So I don't know, we'll see. I definitely do want to do like Guilty Gear, but also again with how bad this stuff's been going on in my life recently, that's what's delaying launching the Discord. It's all set up, it's literally all ready to go. I just haven't like launched it or posted a link to it yet, just because like I'm not in a position right now where I can be actively involved in a Discord, if that makes sense. So again, I'll keep you all updated on stream and on Twitter about like when that's going to be launching. But that is still something that's going to be coming in the future. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will catch y'all tomorrow night. Thank you again so much for stopping by for the Kizuna Clash stream. And thanks again, everybody. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Later, guys.